Make sure to stay until the end. We're going to share a common mistake people make and they end up spending thousands of dollars on parts and repairs they actually do not need. All that will be covered in this video today. Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Super quick helpful video to any of you having problems with transmission that does not shift on GMC SIERRA, that generation here from year 2014 to year 2018. Stay with us, we'll talk about that guys. It could be quite simple fix by the way. Make sure you watch the video until the end. We'll explain about multiple scenarios, what can cause that, what you need to check. But don't waste your money on parts and diagnostics until you watch that video. And if you need to buy replacement parts, tools, we'll share the information in the description of the video below. Check it out and you can see where we get most of our tools and supplies from. So before we start, let us tell you guys a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We take them completely apart, we show you how to fix pretty much anything. Why we guys do all that? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos. By the way guys, check out our YouTube channels. We have more than 17,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in repairs. So let's go ahead guys and start on it now. So if the transmission does not shift, the first thing you want to check is some fuses and relays, because it could be a really simple fix. Then we'll explain of course what else can cause that. By the way, in that generation GMC SIERRA there are many hidden fuse boxes that most people do not know they even exist. That's why guys we made one special video on our YouTube channel that's called GMC SIERRA Fuse Box Location and Diagram. Check it out, it's a video that can save you thousands of dollars in repairs. That's what we were told by our subscribers. We need to first open the hood. The first fuse box we'll be working on, it's easy to get to. It's the one that most people know about. It's on the driver's side. When you open the hood facing the engine on the right side, open that cover and you're going to find a fuse box with a layout like this one here. Before we guys continue, let's explain quickly why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. It is guys very important to test fuses and relays. On those fuses you cannot clearly see if they're burnt or not, especially you can see in the J-case fuses as well. And if you guys assume, okay, let's say you remove a fuse, you look at it and you assume guys that it's actually a good fuse, but it's actually a bad fuse, sometimes you cannot clearly see that. What can easily happen guys at that point, you can put the bad fuse in and you start replacing parts and tools that you don't need to, so you lose your time, you lose your money to fix a problem that doesn't exist, when all we had to do is test the fuse and replace it. We'll put a link to a special video that will teach you how to test fuses, how to check relays very easily as well guys. So check it out, it will be in the description of the video below. So there will be guys some differences here. Okay, that fuse box is only for 2018 model, 2014 through 17 uses different design. We'll explain about that, but let's start with 2018 first. We need to check up to 6 different fuses. Some of those are for the transmission control module, for ABS traction control module, that can affect it as well. So stability track, we need to check all these fuses. The first fuse that we need to locate is fuse number 40. We're talking about that fuse here. You need to check fuse 57 right there. You see that's a double micro 3-blade fuse, very important fuse that you need to check. You need to check relay 70 right here, very important relay. Now you also guys need to check fuse number 3, which is right here. Check that fuse, and you need to check fuse number 19. 19 is right here and 25 right next to it. These two fuses, the 10 and 25 amp fuse. If you guys have a fuse box, okay, from 2013 to 17 model, we need to check fuse number 40. This one this time is 58, and this one relay 71. It's a different relay, as you can see, different size. Fuse number 3, 19 and 25 here will need to be checked as well. Now other things guys, okay, let's explain now. If you have problems with the transmission, it could be bad transmission shifter. You may have the selector or the shifter depending on the model. Make sure the connectors are good, okay, because many of these transmissions nowadays, they don't even have a cable going to the transmission. Everything is electronic, so if it's disconnected, if somebody removed the center console, if it worked on the vehicle, it could be loose as well. Now if you scan the system, it may give you a problem, okay, for the shifter itself. Now something that we see quite often, guys. Okay, something that most people never check. It's very simple fix. You see that's your brake paddle here, right? Okay, let me show you. This is your brake paddle. When you press a brake paddle on modern vehicle, guys, okay, right here you have that switch. Do you see that switch right here? Let me press the brake paddle and see what happens. You see how it moves. This is known as a brake light switch. If the brake light switch does not work, the transmission will not be able to shift out of park to gears because it will not detect that you press the brake. So bad brake light switch can cause that. So you may need to test or replace the brake light switch. We have multiple videos on our YouTube channels how to test and how to replace brake light switch. On some vehicles you may need to just calibrate the brake light switch, not even guys replace it. Another thing, now right here guys you have one module. Okay, this is known as ABS, traction control or stability track module. If this one's bad, the transmission may not know that the brakes are working correctly as well. As a result, it will not work too, guys. So bad transmission ABS traction control module can cause that as well, guys. Okay, now other things that we see, it could be problems with the transmission solenoids, guys. Okay, we're going to have videos on our YouTube channels how to test transmission solenoid. You remove the transmission oil pan and you will have multiple solenoids. They're easily removable on most newer generation transmissions. You remove them, test them, clean them, replace them, and you may have a transmission that works perfectly again. Another thing, it could be problems with the transmission control module, the TCM, also known as TCU, guys. But in order to find out exactly what's wrong, you need to get an OBD reader that reads the transmission information, read the code and see what it tells you. If it tells you solenoid B or something like that, it's internal. But it may be just something simple such as a brake light switch as well, guys, or just a bad fuse. Always check those as well. So guys, this GMC Sierra has all kinds of different fuses, different kinds of relays, and those could be really hard to find. If you're in the middle of nowhere, you cannot find a replacement one, you may be stuck because of that. So we recommend, guys, okay, to get some spare ones and put in the glove box for a peace of mind. We will share the information in the description of the video below where you can get them from at a good price, quick shipping, that way you do not waste money and time. Hopefully guys the video was helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. Thank you for watching. See you next time.